go to hell, LSU.
Said it's our year, baby.
I got all the information. Call me next week.
Yeah. All right, boys in the SIP, we back. We back, and we got one hell of a show coming up for y'all. It's me and we had a hell of a weekend down in Oxford, Mississippi, watching the Rebels do what they do and putting that little ass whooping on Texas A&M. We said the Jimbo factor would come in effect, and it came in effect.
It always comes into effect.
Comes in effect. Did
we promise them some guests, Bozzy? We
promised y'all we were going to start getting some guests. And we couldn't be more excited how we got this guest. I'm going to tell you how we got this guest.
Thank you, McVane.
Me and we called our boy, Mr. Coleman Connell, and said, look, we need some tickets. We need a parking pass. He said, I got y'all. He said, but you're going to be at my party at 8 o'clock. If you want these tickets and you want this parking pass right by the stadium, 50-yard line, coming right up the center of your sternum with nobody sitting in front of you.
Correct.
He said, if you want these, you're going to be at my party, 8 o'clock.
That's what happens when you're the kingpin.
When you're the kingpin, you listen.
Correct.
So me and Wee and Trav said we were there at 8 o'clock. And about 9:15, somebody comes walking up that Wee knows really well, and I've seen down at a golf tournament we play in a few times. And I could go on and on and on about this guy. But the only thing you need to know about him is the last time we went into Athens.
And won.
He caught the winning touchdown. And this guy right here is a bull. He will run over your ass. He played every position. Every position there was, he played it.
He's bigger now than he was when he played.
Yeah. And look, here he is, Mr. Eli Showdog Ending right here,
Showdog, baby.
What's up, Showdog?
What's up, baby? What's up, home team? How's everybody doing?
Man, we doing good. We doing good. Where, you in Atlanta?
Hot Atlanta, boys. Hot Atlanta. The dirty South, as some people call it.
The dirty South. What you doing in Hot Atlanta?
Slinging furniture, coach. We're slinging furniture. I represent Lazy Boy, and saw some clients in Chattanooga yesterday, over Atlanta today, Birmingham tomorrow, back into Nashville, and then taking the wife and the kiddies over to Athens, Georgia for a little ball game. I don't know. Have y'all heard we play a pretty big ball game Saturday? I don't know if y'all know about
it. Pretty big, sir. Pretty big. Is that Queenie? Queenie? Y'all didn't know, but Showdog somehow landed the homecoming queen, and I would say I'd be surprised about that, but once you know Showdog,
yeah,
he'll land anybody. He'll land anybody.
Queenie. I started dating Queenie in 8th grade, and she put up with my nonsense for about 30-something years now. So we all in. Got 4 beautiful children. Got one that's going to go to Ole Miss next year, and hopefully the other 3 will follow her. But, yeah, Queenie was over there, the Delta Gamma cheerleader. And she gets mad when I say this, but I don't care. Homecoming queen in 1996. Let's go.
Let's go. Right, the same year you caught the winning touchdown pass to beat them Georgia Bulldogs.
Tell us about it, Showdog. How was that season?
Oh, man. I'm going to tell you, man, that was that whole era. And I'm feeling old because this week, when big games come up and stuff, where we, had some success, you get asked a lot of questions about it. I've been thinking about it a lot this week. It was a wild time. We came over there my freshman year, awesome year, had #1 defense in the country. Offense wasn't very good. That's being tasteful. But #1 defense in the country, had like 7 guys go play in the NFL off that defense. It didn't finish in the top 20. And then NCAA rolled in, everybody's favorite entity, and put us on the 2nd worst penalty in NCAA history, only behind SMU when they got the death penalty. No TV, no bowls, half our scholarships. So we had some tough times over there. And thank goodness Ole Miss Rebel fans are loyal because they stuck with us. And we finally started pulling that thing together by our junior year. And we had some success. And Georgia was one of the highlights for sure.
Hell yes.
I bet it was, man. I've watched that reel ever since you talked to us in the Grove. I went back and watched that reel little. Just Showdog in the flat. He's usually about to run over somebody.
Oh, yeah.
And then, boom, he just kind of
I caught some grief. I caught some grief this week, so I'm not a big social media guy. I'm 49, and that's a real shocker, Dolly. No smart ass comments there, but
Vazzy just turned 40 last week. I'm right behind him.
Yeah.
Coming.
I keep up to my kids keep me updated on what I need to know. So I've had a few guys say there were a couple of tweets out there showing the highlight of that. And they were giving me grief about kind of like stutter step, and they said I looked unathletic. I was like, come on now. You had to make that look like I was slowing down to block that 7 technique.
Yeah, did they forget that you played quarterback and 20 other positions before that? Like, unathletic is the last thing.
Played every position there was.
He's a scratch golfer now.
Yep.
I mean,
I don't know if that's a compliment or not. Either I wasn't good enough to play any of them, or we were so bad we needed help everywhere. I don't know. Still don't know.
One thing I was told that you could do, and that was run over somebody and make a hole. And I wanted you to tell me the story about first year Tub gets there. When did Tub get there? 96?
That was 95. 95.
95. All right, yep. So the first year you and Tub go down to Starkville.
Yep.
All right. I want you to tell me the story and about what happened. Go down to Starkville and do innocent. Am I right?
That's correct.
That's correct. Original Deuce.
Just you go ahead and tell the story. You just tell the story about the first time you and Tub go down to Starkville.
It's our good buddy Coleman Connell's favorite day. He tells me quite often, but it was a nice sunny day. In November, and we go down there to Starkville, which is, not my favorite place to be, or any Ole Miss Rebel for that matter. But so we go down there, and
cow pasture, baby.
Yeah, no doubt. My redshirt freshman year, I was playing H-back, U-back, kind of like a utility back. It's like a fullback that goes in motion and goes out in the flat and all this kind of stuff. And, it was kind of back and forth the first half. It wasn't pretty. We weren't really running the ball well or throwing the ball well. And Tub came in at halftime, and I'm sitting over there by Dew Innocent. And Dew Innocent, number 22 at the time, I think, was that where he went to 7. He went to 7.
Yeah.
But anyway, incredible athlete. 6'1", 215, 220 pounds, run angry, get out of his way. He's going downhill. Bad dude. And Tub walked in, and coaches were talking and everything. He's like, shut up. He looked at Dew, and he looked at me. He goes, can y'all take it down their throat every play the second half? And, I was kind of like, dude, I'm a redshirt freshman. This is all kind of new to me, but let's rock and roll, baby. I'm here for a party.
Yeah.
And Dew Innocent's like, you damn right I can. So the second half, we ran counter and outside zone for, I guess, probably 95% of the plays. I don't think we threw it much. And Dew Innocent broke the school record for 242 yards on the ground that day in Starkville, Mississippi. And we beat Mississippi State that day.
Oh man, that's so
hell
good.
Yes,
that's so good. No wonder Coleman likes hearing that story.
Oh yeah. Speaking of Coleman, if you want to make some money, just give your boy Coleman Connell a call at McVeigh Trading, baby. He knows what he's doing. Take it from your boy Wee Wee. I don't invest in the stock market. I give it all to Coleman.
There we go. Ain't no doubt. Ain't no
C squared.
Yes, sir.
Or if you the thing about Coleman is, if you're on his list and you need something, he gonna get it done.
Oh, ain't no doubt about that.
He's 100% gonna get it done. But
Coleman Connell answer the phone and say, "Showdog, the answer is yes. What's the question?"
He told me, he said, when we were talking, I was telling him, you were coming on and everything, and he said, you probably won't get a word in. He said, I got to tell him when he gets to talking, quit interrupting me, Showdog.
we've got a good running crew, man. Our kind of Ole Miss crew is, and some of these guys are older than us, but we got Wesley Walls. He kind of took us under his wing, and Chris Mangum and Walker Jones, my college roommate. We've all traveled, played golf together, and everything. We get so tickled when we all get together. We just got to get excited like a bunch of 8-year-old girls, I guess, and we get to telling stories, and everybody's talking over each other. And Coleman gets all irritated. He's like, damn it, I love it, but y'all won't let a some bitch finish the sentence around here.
I love it. Yep. Coleman, he's done it. He'll cut me off so many times. I mean, he's gonna say what he wants to say, and if you start trying to tell him something, he'd just be like, "Hey, I gotta go."
Yep, that's right. You don't text.
Yeah.
He won't text.
And man, you said Wesley Wall, man, that guy's so good. I picked him up one time, taking him to Coleman's dove hunt. Coleman called me and he said, "Look," he said, "I need you to go by and pick up Wesley Wall and bring him to the dove hunt." Man, that guy he's good as gold, Showdog. I know you know him way better than I do, but that's just a good old boy right there.
He's a sweetheart, man. At Ole Miss, he's one of the best ever. He's, you think back on what he did. He played forever in the league, and that's a big boy league. And to play as long as he played and to be as good as he was, I mean, and just a sweetheart. Loves the Rebels, man. Loves North Mississippi. It's just down the road, New Albany. Sweetheart of a wife, Christy. Great family, but he's just a stud, man. He was always really good because when he was playing, he would come in and work out in the off season there in Oxford. And dude, I remember, I think the first time I saw him, we were running 110s, which are brutal, especially in like June and July in Oxford, Mississippi. But, end zone to end zone, just wide open, 100 miles an hour. And Wesley came out there and ran with us one day, and I'd never met him. But, big dude, 6'5", 6'6", 240, 250, 9% body fat. And I'll never forget it. He had black cleats on, white socks pulled up. This sounds weird, but I remember this. White socks pulled up about right below his big old calves, about the size of watermelons. And he had San Francisco 49er practice shorts on. He had his shirt off, and he was running those 110s. And I was just like, when he's 70, 80 yards away, he's running to you, he ran like a deer. Those strides were just reaching out like a deer, and just like every muscle, he was just jacked and running and athletic and smooth. I was like, damn, if this is what it takes to play in the NFL, I don't know if this old boy's going to make it. But Wesley's been really good to us, man. He's an Ole Miss guy through and through, and he kind of took us under his wing and was good to me and Walker and Stuart Patridge and Chris Mangum and all those guys. And but he's a good dude. So it's fun seeing those guys at Ole Miss ball games and golfing events and stuff like that.
Yeah, man. Yeah,
Wesley looked good this weekend. He just had surgery, but I told him, I said, man, you look like you throw your pads back on.
Yep.
Him and Showdog.
Yeah, they're bulls.
Showdog, you bigger now than when you played.
You're a kind man. You kind. I don't know. I had a lot more hair back then, Coach. A lot more hair back then.
Ain't no doubt
Showdog
about that,
was looking
Showdog.
good, man.
He's looking
good.
fly.
He had his hat on. He had his nice belt. He was looking good. Look, I brought the best I had for the show. My little bull chain. I said, I'm gonna look good for Showdog. I'm gonna look
Listen,
good. Yeah.
It may be too early. It may be too early for this, guys, but I mean, I need a couple things out of y'all. I hate to, I'm not a big favor guy, but I need a couple of favors. So
You got it.
I know I'm a pretty early guest here. This is early in the process of this turning into something gigantic, which we all know is going to happen. But I need a couple of things. I need y'all to get a couple of lazy boy recliners, and I know a guy. All right, we need to have you guys in something that sits like you're sitting in $1 million. All right, we'll get you lined up with that. And then
two, Showdog. I need two.
Well, for sure. And then we're gonna get Travis one too. Does anybody ever get to see Travis on this deal? Y'all ever
He's extra large, Showdog. Extra large. He's tall. That
Travis
6'6"
walked
lefty
up on
pitcher.
me. Kind of made me nervous. It's like, dude, big old tall drink of water with a head of hair like that. Lord have mercy. But anyway, we need 2 recliners for y'all in there to do that deal, and maybe 1 extra if y'all start bringing guests like there on site.
Yep.
And then where does a brother get one of those SIP hoodies? I mean, what's up?
Oh, we got you, Showdog.
Showdog,
We got
gonna
you.
send you to work,
I told I said we ought to just overnight it to him, and because we were going to overnight a bunch of stuff, and we was like, I don't know if it'll make it, this and that, whatever. I was like, well, we'll get it to him. I promise you, we'll get it.
I'll rock it. I'll rock it. For sure.
I know you
gear
will.
show.
I know you will. This sip right here, it's look right here. Sip. This is our new look. Sip, and instead of it means more, like it means more. Look, it means everything.
You damn right it does.
Everything. That's what the sip
everything.
means. So
it means everything to me.
And no doubt.
I can promise you that.
No doubt. And what we got going on right now is, I mean, Showdog.
Travis asked me earlier if this was the biggest game in the history of Ole Miss this weekend. Hell yeah.
I mean, to me, I'm sure we could. I mean, Showdog probably can go back to maybe something, but I would think this right here is
Showdog. Tell them.
Coach, I mean, game day, I think everybody would say probably game day when we had Alabama and we had Katy Perry over there throwing corn dogs and talking noise. That was pretty epic. But you think about this one now. This is #1 team in the country, back-to-back natties.
Yep.
In their home field over there. You go over there and you show up, you're going to show the world, Coach. You ain't going to sneak up on anybody after that, I promise you. It's the world will know what Ole Miss is all about if they go over there and handle business.
No doubt. Tell me what you think. Tell me kind of what you're,
how you feeling,
how
Joe?
You feel.
Honest.
Yeah, 100%.
Don't let loose. Don't hold
I'm
back.
Rebels through and through. I was over here in Atlanta today. I saw a client. He's a huge Georgia guy, and he was like, "Oh, tell me the truth. Don't tell me something to make me feel good." I was like, "You got the wrong guy for that. I promise you. I'm gonna tell you what I think when it comes to Rebels." But I've been really, really impressed with the job that Lane's done this year. I mean, obviously he's got the dudes. You love that, but getting a bunch of dudes going the same direction. We're playing like he's building a culture over there that guys are really falling in the line and doing what's right and playing to a very high level. I mean, I know I speak for a lot of Ole Miss fans. I mean, think about the way our defense is running around. For years, we've been able to, when Frosty was over here, Hugh Freeze, I mean, offense was running 1,000,000 miles an hour and just kind of couldn't get over the hump on defense, couldn't get stops.
We had one defense, CJ's year. That
was Frosty. I love Freeze. I love him. But, kind of we move forward, and Lane's dealt with some of that. But our defense this year especially is running around and hitting people. We play angry. Our front four get downhill. We get some stops in the backfield. We get some sacks. And, I mean, that for me, that's a lot of fun because it just feels like we haven't seen that in a long time. I think our secondary is playing their rear ends off. You don't see guys running wide open. If they catch some balls in the SEC, they're going to catch balls. They're going to get open. But we're usually right there. We turn it over 100%. So I'm really proud of our defense. And, man, offense this is no newsflash. It's just nasty, man. You got to pick your poison. You really got to pick your poison against our offense. And you asked me how I think we'll do. This is 100% what I believe. I've been watching the Weather Channel because the biggest thing, like in the NFL, they say if a team can get you one-dimensional, that's why the defense, that's why NFL is almost so crazy. Everybody's freakishly fast and big and smart and long and quick, and just a freak show athletes. But the difference is, what can you disguise on defense? The biggest things they talk about quarterbacks having a hard time reading where to go with the ball and things like that. In the NFL, everybody knows that if you get one-dimensional where you have to throw the football or you have to run the football or something like that, you got problems. Well, I think playing Georgia is a lot like an NFL team. And I mean that. I mean, Nick Saban, they got a bunch of first-rounders over there and second-rounders and guys on the bench that are going to be future first-rounders. So they play like an NFL team. So I don't want it to rain. And I don't think Ole Miss fans want it to rain. Now, if anybody's listening to this or something, it's like, oh, you're crazy. I'll play them on Pluto. I hear you. I will too. But we're really good when you don't know what we're going to do. We got two tailbacks that run angry. They run downhill. They break their first tackle every time. We're getting 4 and 5 every time. And then we can throw it to 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 guys and a bad tight end. So if you don't know where we're going with the ball, you can't run downhill quite as fast. So I'm hoping for no rain So we just get out there and play it and let it eat. So it's best on best, mano y mano. So I'm not saying, Ole Miss fans, if it rains, we don't have a chance. But it just gets you a little more one-dimensional for both sides. Georgia's not going to throw it around the field either if it rains. So, but I think they're better suited as a football team if they get us one-dimensional. Now, if they don't, let it eat, baby. Let it eat.
Let it eat. I agree.
Mm-hmm.
I mean,
I do too.
It's so good to hear somebody talk about it that has been there.
That played.
Me and Will sit up here and talk about it, how we see it.
We're gamblers.
We're gamblers, and we see it as a whole different view as coaches, and we scream at the TV, why this, why that, but you hear it from somebody like Showdog. I mean, it makes a lot of sense.
Yeah.
It makes a lot of sense, and I agree with everything.
It just feels different.
Yeah.
I've been saying it.
Yeah.
Ole Miss feels different right now.
Well, I told you, I feel like Kiffin, he's gotten a lot better. I feel like, to me, he's gotten a lot better with play calling.
You hit it.
With how
he's not afraid to slow it down.
He's not afraid. I told you he's going to start slowing it down.
Grind, man.
And then Pete Golden's got the defense rolling, so he doesn't have to keep it up tempo all the time.
Did you see that play Pete called at the end of the game? The corner blitz from the near
side.
Finally, and the guy dropped it.
Yep.
Oh my God!
I was telling Showdog, I was telling Will, we were going crazy, but I've always, and Showdog, you can maybe kind of chime in, but I can't stand when defenses late in the game start getting soft, letting them. I understand if you got a big lead, and they can score, but they kind of get soft and they're playing back and giving them the underneath and all that. And I've said it on the show before. I'm like, I can't. We're playing so far back, far back. Man, Pete dialed up.
Bring the house.
He brought the house.
Zero
and I looked at Will. I gave him a big old hug. I said, he's bringing the house. and I mean, they had no time. He got no time.
No.
I mean, what are you going to do?
Max Johnson throwing fadeaway jumpers the whole game.
He's trying to fade away it back. I'm like, the guy's got cinder blocks.
Yeah.
Cinder blocks. I'm like, just send him, man. He can't do nothing. And I love that.
That was a pretty epic day, man. Hey, you guys are pretty big wigs. You got connections. Y'all know all the right people. How do I put in for a job like Jimbo's got, where you make $100 million and win 7-8 games?
Look, Jimbo wakes up and goes, how can I get fired and make $75 million?
You should know his first quarter interview. I rewatched the game.
Yeah.
He's just an idiot doing his hand and shit like this. I was like, good God, man, this guy.
I mean, they tried. I mean, the refs. I mean, everything we're trying to do. Everything.
Block field goal of the house, 10-point swing.
Yeah, it was about
long
to be a
drive
blowout.
at the end of the half. Long drive to start the half. We were exhausted.
Yep. It got hot,
It
man.
got so hot, dude.
Showdog, you were
we
up
were
in
gassed.
the Rebel Club, with some air conditioning with your kids and everybody. Which we had. Look, me and Will, we 100% got the best seats that you can have in that stadium.
Oh, yeah.
It's on the 50-yard line. And it's from Coleman. All right. And then where you go up under to go to the get a drink or whatever, we're right there, so nobody's in front of us. Best seats in the house. But that sun, it
beating down on the whole stadium.
Beating down. It was hot. And I looked at Will.
The players were toast, man.
I said, man, once they blocked that field goal and made it a game, and the defense, I said, man, it's hot, dude.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
I said,
Them scoring was not defense. It was the way the game went.
yeah.
Our defense, they didn't score the whole first half besides one drive.
Yeah. And then
Our defense was roasting. They were hitting,
yeah.
They were hitting.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, that, like you said, man, I mean, it should have been 21-0. It really should have. I mean, that's
Even
the way
if we kicked a field goal, it was over.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna give a shout out to I'm trying to think of a nickname for him. I'm just gonna call him King.
Yeah.
King. He goes game over. He said game over. 57 holding. 86 holding. Guy goes out of bounds, back in bounds. He's like, we're like 30, what? I don't know, first and 35 or something.
First and goal.
He was like, just kick the field goal.
Yeah,
Kick it.
on
I know
first
something's
down.
about to happen.
Yeah.
I was laughing at him. We went over his house after the game, and we had the best time. and I know he's going to listen to this, and he's going to come on this show.
Yeah.
I promise you.
He promised if Ole Miss
promised.
wins the national championship.
If we win the national championship, he's coming.
I already say if we get in the playoff.
I'm gonna make him say it in the playoff because this guy we gotta have him on the show.
Week, we're getting in.
Yeah, we gotta have him on the show, and he's worried about. Go ahead, Showdog.
Let me ask you guys this. I saw you before the game. I know y'all were getting ready to go have a big time. What did y'all do after the game? America wants to know what you two did after.
I'll tell you. Listen to this. So after the game, we walk back to the Grove, and we go to the truck, and which is right there by the stadium. Yeah. Best parking spot you can get.
Thank you, Coleman.
Thank you. I think it might have been Archie's spot. I don't know.
It was definitely Archie's spot. That's where we park every day.
Hey, Coach, nobody parks in Archie's spot. Trust me.
Yeah, besides Coleman. I don't know which one Archie's spot is, but he might be over where we were for the party. We got the other two. And anyway, so we go back over there, and then we start. We got Travis with us because we're getting some content. We got us, which you'll see when you see this episode. We got us a little intro, and it's just a little 15-second intro with all us going crazy at the game and in the Grove. And so Travis had his little camera, and Mike, and he was following us around. So we go back to I had to change shirts.
Yeah.
I mean, it was so hot. I was sweating.
You had a hoodie and shit.
Yeah, I took my hoodie off at the game. Had my the Sip by Dam on. Yeah. And we get back, change shirts, go to the Grove, and we're mingling for a little bit, and we go see our Greenville folks.
I'm from Greenville, by the way.
Yeah, Will's from Greenville. We come up on Doc and King. I'm just gonna call him King. And we're like, let's go back to his condo. We're gonna go back to his condo and just eat some burgers. Like, we're not going out. We went out Friday night, and we had a good time. We went to Funky's.
We went for the double down on LSU is what we did.
Yeah.
We had so much damn money on LSU.
So Showdog.
Come on.
I haven't lost on my prediction pick. We always do a pick.
Yep.
I just do one. Will's, he's got to do like 4 or 5.
I'm 10-2, Show.
Yeah,
he's got a problem, Coach. I don't know if you know.
Yeah, he got a problem.
Ain't no doubt.
But I haven't lost, and I was on Oklahoma. And I switch and go Ole Miss money line, minus 150. So that was boom. So I make a nice chunk. But anyway, so we said, let's just go back to the condo. We're going to cook burgers and watch LSU, Alabama. And so that's what we did. I'll never forget. Mama Doc. That's what I'm going to go. We're walking back. We're walking back, and it's me, you, and Doc.
Yeah.
And she goes, how did I end up with y'all three?
Yeah, she questioned her existence on Earth by being with us three at the same time by herself.
It's like,
how did I end up with you three by myself at the same time? I said I would appreciate a drive back to the condo. Thank you.
Yeah. So we went back to the condo, and we cooked some burgers, and they talked me into betting on LSU, and I couldn't. I'm like, why do you want to bet against Alabama at home? I'm like, but anyway, I was like, I'm with y'all. We're going to grind the game together, and I did it. So I lost my winnings that I won on Ole Miss. Thank you.
I'm not so sure Dart's not better than the guy at LSU.
After watching that game, but
we had him ranked number 2, but he may be number 1.
I don't know. He's done, isn't he?
Yeah.
He's in concussion protocol, I heard today on ESPN this afternoon.
If he steps back on the field, he's an idiot.
Yeah, I wouldn't step back on the field. I don't know. What's your opinion on that, Showdog?
That can't play, man. He is a real talent. I would have been like you, not a gambler, but I will. I take that back. I do if I'm on a golf course and I got that guy right there. Yeah, I'll do it then because that's not gambling. That's a business trip, is what that is. But that kid from LSU, man, he's special, and you may have seen the last of him. To y'all's point, in today's climate. Yeah. And all that kind of stuff.
Yeah, we talked about it 2 weeks ago. He's the top 3 pick, best player in the SEC.
Yeah,
really good player.
And we had Dart ranked in behind him.
Yeah, at some point. That kind of leads me into this, Showdog, that we can talk about. What's your opinion? Because your buddy Walker Jones runs, Grove Collective NIL. What's your opinion on all the NIL and the transfer portal? Give me your opinion.
Woof. All right, I'll give
Honest.
you
I know you're going to give me your honest opinion. I want your honest.
Well, I would probably say anybody over 30 years old feels similar to how I feel in regards to those two. All right, so the NIL's a good thing in regards to it was ridiculous what the NCAA allowed and didn't allow and things like that. I mean, for for kids that I played with to have no walking around money, and we get out of practice at 8, 9 o'clock on a Tuesday or Wednesday in Chow Hall, whatever you call it,
athletic dorm days.
Athletic dorm, it was gone after it's gone because that was special treatment. But then there's a place for all the Phi Delta, Sigma Chi's, and I'm Phi Delta, and shout out to all them. Nothing wrong with it, but that place closes down at about 6:37. So me, along with the other 100 guys I played with, Wendy's, McDonald's, Danvers was your go-to as a college football player back then.
Yep.
So, my dad gave me a little walking around money. Walker Jones' dad gave him a little walking around money. I played with a bunch of guys that didn't have people to do that. So I don't know where they got fed. So, NIL, the NCAA is only pitching a fit now because the kids have finally got their getting a little money, and that's why the adults are getting irritated with that. Do there need to be parameters and boundaries? 100%. Walker Jones would tell you the same thing.
Yeah.
The transfer portal is a reason why there are a lot of coaches my age and older that are getting out of coaching, because you guys know the game. You recruit a kid from a sophomore year to a senior year. That's a job. That's a full-time job. Then you get him on campus. You kind of unrecruit him, if that's the terminology, because he's got a 5-star, 4-star, 3-star in front of him. He's 18. The other kid's 22. And then by the time you get him ready to play, he's already transferred to somewhere else, and then he can leave mad the next year, and he can do it, 3-4 times, whatever it is. It's breaking these coaches down. And I get the argument. People say, well, a coach can leave for a better gig. He can leave. I understand. I think a kid should be able to transfer. If you get somewhere and it's not the right place for him, and maybe, he was promised a bill of goods here nor there, he ought to have an opportunity to go somewhere else. But this stuff of moving around 3-4 times like some of these guys are doing, something's got to change in that. I have dear friends that have coached at a very high level that are either out of the game now or getting out of the game because they say this alone will wreck college sports. So, my 2 cents, and I know everybody's got a strong opinion on it, but I just, the NIL good, need parameters, but the only reason people pitching a fit is because kids are making some money, and that irritates people. So that needs to be handled. And then transport portal, they got to get a grip on this deal, because you can't keep a program together with people just coming and going nonstop. I don't think so.
I mean, basically now it's hard to even, these guys aren't even playing together just for 1 year.
I mean, look at our team.
Yeah.
The beginning of the year was obvious. They've never played together.
Mm-hmm. They're starting.
We were talking about it. We were like, we got players. They're going to get better and better each week.
Yeah.
But they ain't got used to each other yet. So, I mean, that's the downside of it.
And I think you see that with a lot. It's like Alabama right now.
Yeah.
I feel like they're starting to gel.
Shit, yeah, they are. They're getting.
Yeah.
Like, how's Texas really better than them right now?
Yeah.
That's a good question. It's bothering the shit out of me. We win this weekend.
Yep.
Okay?
Yep.
Showdog. We win this weekend. Is Texas and Alabama still ranked in front of us? Where do we go? Why is Texas still in front of Alabama? They don't even have a fucking quarterback playing.
They beat them.
Say the F word. Sorry, sponsors.
That's all right.
I told Wee Wee to ease up on
That's
that
the
word.
first one.
Yeah, I know. It's all right.
But
It's
Getting hot, boy.
Pisses me
Getting
off,
hot.
man.
We're unfiltered.
Oh, we unfiltered, Showdog. They can kiss my ass on all that.
Hey, kids, kids, if y'all are watching this, y'all cut it off, go to bed now.
Yeah.
My daughter will be watching. I love you, Ray Ray.
She's heard it before, though.
But seriously, where do we go in the rankings?
Yeah.
I mean,
we know they're not
going
to
start
put
talking
us.
about all this later, but seriously, where do we go if we win?
They're not
Do we
gonna
even
put
go in the
us.
top 4?
No.
Okay, so who's had a better win than us?
It doesn't matter. That's
You're
that's
not
how it's
gonna
going to be. It's going to be Michigan, Ohio State, Florida State, and Georgia. I mean, if we beat Georgia, damn, we got to go in front of them. I would think if we beat them.
Well, shit, yeah.
Yeah.
Because they got one loss when we beat them at home.
And so you go Alabama, then us.
So Texas and Alabama stay in front of us.
Well, you got Washington. You got Washington.
Oh, you got Washington too.
It's undefeated. Yeah. All the undefeated teams stay in front of us. I get that.
Yeah.
But Alabama and Texas stay in front of us, right?
This is why the 12 team is going to be so much better.
It
you
will
just
be.
Won't have. I mean, because this is unless something, weird happens. This is going to be the hardest 4 they've ever picked.
Yeah.
And somebody's going to get their feelings hurt.
It's going to be chaos.
No doubt about it.
We need chaos.
Yeah, we need
Mikey
chaos.
said it best. We need chaos. We need a bunch of losses everywhere.
We need. I mean, there's so much we need, but it doesn't matter. We go look. All we got to do. We want to go out there and win, and then we're going to go.
There you go.
2 more games, and then whatever happens, happens. We just need to win out. Boom. Every game is a national championship.
Mm-hmm.
And Kiffin, they're getting them ready. And that gets me right into what I wanted to talk about. So at one time, Showdog, I was talking about, Kiffin, and I was like, "Do you think Kiffin can get these players fired up?" And I don't know his personality. I know he's unbelievable coach, and he's unbelievable at finding the right talent. But so like, you think he can get them fired up? And Will made a good point. He's like, man, if you got to get somebody to get you fired up, then you shouldn't be there anyway.
Correct.
You question, I can't get fired up myself. So that was a good point. But when you were playing, how was Tubb? How was Tubb in the pregame? Give us some.
Hell yes.
How Kirby Smart's a crazy son of a bitch. We've
Crazy.
seen videos and everything, and we know how Saban is. But I mean, how was old Tubb? Give us something.
Tubb, he's a piece of work. Hey, but you mentioned Kirby Smart. You remember in '96 when we beat them? Kirby was a strong safety over there, so he probably missed plenty of tackles that day on your boy John Avery.
Who else was on that team? Besides
on
Kirby?
Their team, they had Hines Ward.
Oh yeah, Hines Ward.
They had 8 guys go play in the NFL from that squad from their senior year. So they had some dudes, man. They had some dudes.
So Kirby remembers that shit.
Oh,
You bet he remembers it.
So Kirby was playing for Georgia when you scored the winning touchdown to beat them.
yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
I love
There's
it.
the-
That's just juju.
Let's go. You asked
I
about
don't want the points. I want to lose if we lose. What's the fucking wire on that one? Grab the wire on the opposite side. We don't need points.
No, we don't need points.
If we lose, I want to lose. I don't want to cover.
Yeah. We're either gonna win or get blown out. So what you think?
Well, the line says that. They've covered 1 out of 7. We're 6-2. We're catching 10.5.
We're gonna
They're
win.
giving
win.
us.
This is the first year I've been so confident. I'm usually just the typical Ole Miss fan. We're Ole Miss, like something's gonna happen. But this year, we're coming from behind. We're winning games. And everything's gelling. We're fixing to go win this game. I told you, it's our year.
No doubt. So Showdog. So Kiffin's not a pregame speaker, but did Tubb give pregame speeches?
Tubb did, man. He
What
did
was
some
the best one?
Tubb was not. He's not a Senator Tommy Tuberville, who we're speaking of. So we need to show him some respect.
Yes, no doubt.
Tubb was. I did learn a lot from Tubb, and I'll lead into that. I'll answer your question, but I will say what I learned most from Tubb is he was, I think, one of the first guys in the SEC that really understood a head coach is a CEO, and then he was going to handle big topic, big line items, and then he had assistants that were like family to us. So getting to him like trying to get in the president's Oval Office. You weren't getting there. Not that you ever wanted to really go, but you weren't getting in there. But his OC and DC and receivers coach, running back coach, tight end coach, linebacker coach, all those guys were like for the guys that played our senior year, those guys were like in our weddings, there in our weddings. They're like family friends. I still talk to those guys like at least every other week or so. So he did get the big picture of that. He knew that if he wasn't going to be great at handling the relationships on the team and keeping everybody rah-rah going, that he had to have guys that were really good at that. And you guys are businessmen. I mean, you kind of understand. I appreciate the fact that he didn't have to be the smartest guy in the room. He just was smart enough to know he needed guys to be good at what he wasn't going to be able to handle.
Well,
So
I think that's huge in the SEC because, like, when you come in, you call plays, right? And they try to do it all the first couple of years. Then they figure out, okay, this is the big boy. Like, I got to get assistants. I got to just manage, or else they screw the clock up. Yeah. Saban figured it out quick. Freeze call plays first couple of years. It takes them a second to figure it out, but that's a good point. And Tubb was the first riverboat gambler.
Yeah.
Speaking of modern day football, like go for it on fourth down and shit, he was doing all that way back then. Shit on kicking a field goal. Remember that, Eli? He was psycho. He thought he lost his mind. Nobody did that shit back then, man. They didn't.
Yeah.
He would
y'all
go.
like
that
this.
year he went for 2 at state.
Yeah,
just crazy.
Oh yeah. So y'all love this. I know I'm bouncing around, but you talk about that Georgia game in '96. So we were late in the fourth quarter. It was 4th and goal down there, and there was a timeout. And I think I didn't know it at the time, but there was like a TV camera, like kind of got in there somehow. And we had Noel Mazzoni in there, the offensive coordinator, and Eddie Green, the running back coach, and Joe Panunzio, our tight end coach. They were all in there. They were talking about what we're going to do. And Tubb busts in there and goes, "Damn it, call a play we can score on. And if you don't, listen to this." He said, "But if you don't, y'all's asses is fired."
I love it. I love it. I got one Tubb story, and it was me and Biggie. You know him as Coleman's brother, Showdog. We call him Biggie.
Yeah.
And Griff. I don't know if you've ever met Griff. And,
I know Griff.
Yeah, we get on Griff's big jet, and we're actually going to play in a golf tournament. We're meeting Weed down there. But they said, Tubb was at Auburn. They were playing Vanderbilt. Griff said, and Biggie said, "Let's just go watch Tubb, and we'll stay with Tubb, and then we'll wake up and we'll go down to Florida, fly down to Florida, and we'll play in a golf tournament." So I was like, "Hey, I'm just along for the ride." Like, I'm like 26 years old
down there
or something.
to sponsor me.
Yeah, and
Coach, I know what you're thinking. You were thinking, "Let's go,
let's go." We get to Auburn, and we're up in the press box with Tubb's wife and all their friends and everything. Auburn wasn't too good. I never forget. I can't remember who it was. If it was Tubbs' wife or somebody. They're like, "Take the under." We can't. Nobody can score in this game. And I swear I had to go back and look at the score, but it was like 10-3.
Yeah,
something like that. But anyway, we had a good time, and so we go back to Tubbs' house after the game, and we're sitting on the back porch, and they got Alabama coming up, and Tubbs just sitting over there in his chair. And we're all talking. He just being quiet. He knows he's got Alabama coming up. There's a deer. I'm sorry, but look at all those deer. I love it. Showdog, we got deer all out.
Look at them babies.
There's like 4 or 5 deer just running around. That's how awesome this place is we're at. But anyway,
the sip, baby.
Anyway, we're on the back porch and we're sitting there. We're watching Alabama. They're playing the late game. They had Mark Ingram as a running back. And he's running over everybody.
Oh, yeah.
And here comes Tubb. Got to play him next week. I'll never forget. Mark Ingram's just running over everybody, and he's running down the field, and Tubb, he's just sitting there. He goes, "Break his leg."
And I mean, Tubb, there's a lot of good ones, but one thing that's kind of interesting about this Georgia weekend coming up here, when we played over there, I think Ole Miss fans all kind of feel it, and I don't like to make excuses. We teach, Dolly, you know the deal. We teach our kids, don't make excuses, just go get it. And Tubb wasn't an excuse guy, but he would always say in these big games like this, he'd be like, "Listen now, we ain't just playing Georgia. We playing them some bitches over there in them zebra outfits too, because they wanted to win. You know, he would say stuff like that to kind of like it's against the world. You know, you
Please don't call Birmingham.
Yeah, he would get you all fired up on that. But you know, he would say things like that, and then I'll never forget the Georgia game. You'll remember they're wearing red jerseys and we were in white. It was the days before you got 100 different colored shoes and socks and belts. Everybody looked exactly alike. So we had Nike gloves, and we were damn happy to have them. Okay, we had Nike gloves you would wear. Well, our gloves were red. So, you know, like after like the first series, the refs would kind of like, you know, a TV timeout or something. They came over there and they grabbed us before we ran out. They're like, hey, listen, y'all either got to take all your gloves off or y'all got to put on some white ones. No Which, way. I mean, I don't know if they've been to, you know, Alabama or if they had been to Tennessee or some of these other schools that had money. Ole Miss, we didn't. So everybody had one pair of gloves. You know what I mean? So we're looking around like, what the heck are you talking about? So, you know, our trainer, Ken Crane and Possum and those guys were running around there. Tubbs like, what are you talking about? He's like, you can't have red gloves because they're wearing red jerseys. And when y'all were holding, we can't really see it, so we can't call it. So listen, may God strike me down. In that highlight, y'all saw me catching that game winner. Yeah. I have white tape wrapped around my gloves so those damn officials could see my hands if I was holding.
Hell yes. Did you show them the gloves when you scored? You said, how's this look?
It's just crazy, man.
Man, crazy. That's good. That's such a good story.
That day,
yeah.
How times have changed.
Full back flat, baby.
They got like 16 pair over there now.
It's unbelievable. Same thing. I know it's Georgia week, but one other funny deal. We were down at Florida like the year before, and they were getting ready to win a national championship, and one of those years, and we're down there, and you know, the refs have been telling us all year, you got to wear your knee pads, you know, 4 inches below your knees. Looks like we're wearing damn knickers out there, you know, knee pads way down over your – looks like we're wearing pants. Tight roll them things. And then jersey not tight rolled. I mean, I always like to look – you know, if you look good, you play good. So
that's
I always
damn right. That's my saying. That's my saying, no doubt.
Anyway, I'd run out there and have a little stomach show or something. They would say, no, you got to go back to the sideline. Well, so when we got ready for Florida, we were playing down there. We came prepared because coaches said, don't be doing any of this stuff. Have your uniform just right so they don't come over there and kick you off the field and that kind of stuff. So we all look awful. All our jerseys are too long, our pants are too long, socks are too high. It's awful. And so we're out there, we're stretching and everything. And when you come out there before warm-ups, you have like tailbacks and fullbacks in one area, tight ends in one area, receivers another, DBs another. You got kind of pods you're kind of working out in like an hour before the game. Mm-hmm. Well, Florida, I was with the running backs, and Florida's DBs, they came walking out. And, dude, I mean, these guys are half naked. I mean, they have no knee pads. It's like it's like they're wearing shorts, you know, no knee pads. And they're all spatted up, and they've all got visors. And, I mean, they got everything taped up. It's tight. I mean, they look like $1 million. And, like, I wore number 7. You know, I got a full number 7 showing. Their number 7 look a minus sign because he had it turned up before
he rolled up.
Stop. And they walked up. We're warming up, and they walk over to us. And it's, you know, it's a little early for the game, about an hour. So you still talk a little. You don't really talk to the opposing team, but they felt the need to do so. Yeah. But they walked up. They're like, hey, guys, welcome to Gainesville. And then they said, damn, dog, y'all just look awful in them uniforms.
Oh, my God.
It was the only time we played when we had a team tell us we look awful before we kicked.
Yeah. Well, we tried. They won't let us.
Yeah, we realized when NL came out where we really stand on that financial spectrum.
Yeah.
We thought we had money.
No doubt. No doubt. Yeah. Oh, man. Well, Showdog, man, this has been great, man. We really appreciate
You're the best, Showdog.
Appreciate you coming on, man. It's our first. I'm telling you, like I said, people they're gonna start hearing about the boys in the SIP.
Damn right.
And Showdog, he knows. He's played with us down in Destin. When we ask him down there, I mean,
Showdog's my bodyguard, baby.
It was like that, man. He's such a good guy, man. We appreciate you,
Showdog. Yeah, listen, y'all were
some lazy boys from Showdog.
Yeah, I got that covered. Let me say this, guys. You guys are sweethearts. Love you guys. Do anything for you. And And I want to give a shout out. Will, your granddad, Kayo Dottley, which everybody that would watch this is a Rebel fan through and through, was one of my heroes. He was a fullback at Ole Miss, All-American, second round pick, incredible career for the Bears. And it was just a man's man, a real tough guy. And I always looked up to him. But what I can remember is, I'd like to tell a quick story. We were playing LSU. It was homecoming my junior year, so it was 1996, same year we beat Georgia, but LSU was really, really good, and they beat us. And I got hit. I was playing fullback and linebacker, and long story short, they ran a naked boot. I was covering the flat route. I came running at it, and Nicky Savoy, 6'6", 245, running 4.5 40, hit me on this chin. And I never saw him coming. I did a complete flip, hopped up, came to the sideline. Don't remember much before or after, but here nor there, we got beat, and they handed it to us pretty good. Well, a couple of weeks later, I was walking close to the Delta tent, and your granddad walked up to me. He goes, "Eli, I want to tell you something." I said, "Yes, sir." He said, "I've been playing football a long time. I've never seen a human get hit that hard and get up and run and finish the play and then come back to the sideline on their own feet. And I have respect for you."
Oh,
and I'm telling you, I can remember where I was. I remember him sitting there and saying that to me. And I was thinking, man, when a dude like that gives you a compliment, I've done something right. So I would like to say I ran over somebody that he said it was better. But the fact he said I had a little toughness goes a long way. So anyway, he's big time fan, man, and he meant a lot to us and what he did and the groundwork he laid for the dudes to come over there and get it done. But I just want to let you know, I hope you guys get 10 million viewers by next week and kill it. Just don't forget about the little folks, all right?
We love you, Showdog.
We'll never forget about you, Showdog, man.
No doubt, baby.
All right, Showdog, we love you. We appreciate you, man. And
y'all the best, buddy.
We'll have you back on.
Toddy, we see you in Athens, baby.
I mean, how good was it?
That was so fun, man.
God, that was so good.
Showdog's the best. Dude.
He's the best, man. He is the
what
best.
A great first guest.
Couldn't have asked. It's like I told you. Big man upstairs looking after us.
No doubt.
And people that sitting there saying what these silly sumbitches doing.
Yeah.
They're gonna keep hearing it.
Just wait.
Keep hearing the boys in the SIP, because like I said, we're not stopping.
Correct.
We're not stopping. We got BJ over there with pals, so we good.
Yeah. We ain't gonna run out.
We ain't gonna run
like
out.
Me and Bryce always tell them when they got us on a run on the blackjack table, y'all ain't gonna break us.
Yeah, you're not gonna break us. Oh man. But let's that was unbelievable. But let's just, what I want to talk about is how Ole Miss is in what everybody's got to start getting in their mind what Kiffin is doing. Mm-hmm. All right. And it's no different than when Kirby went to Georgia. All
Correct.
right.
I've been saying that.
No different.
2 weeks. What's the difference?
Georgia wasn't.
All they did is underachieve.
That's it.
We didn't even get labeled as the underachievers. We were just nobodies.
Yeah.
They were always supposed to be good, but never could do it.
That's right.
Now they're here.
That's right. And
they're the best team in the country by far. By far.
And Kiffin is starting to prove himself. He's still, he's not that old at all. It took him a while.
Who's a better coach, Kirby Smart or Lane Kiffin?
Lane Kiffin.
Correct.
Lane Kiffin.
It's got nothing to do with where you coach. Yeah. He's a better coach.
And he has been to a lot of places. He's learned, and now we're seeing the mature Lane Kiffin. His mind's clear. You see his tweets. He goes and works out. He not drinking, and he's clear minded.
He's trying to prove something.
He knows he wants to be the greatest. And like I said, I had my doubts, but right now, I know he's on a mission. He's on a mission, and why not do it right here in the SIP? Why not? So fans, y'all got to realize what he's building, man, and we're gonna get us a national championship. He's gonna get.
Why not this year?
Yeah.
What's stop it? Alabama controls their path. LSU last week, that killed us.
Yeah.
Hurt us is a better word to put. But we win this week, and Georgia beats Bama in the SEC championship. How do we get left out?
We're just
Even if we do, who gives a shit?
Yeah.
We win 12 games.
Yeah.
This is going to be the best team in the history of Ole Miss if we win this week.
That's right.
This is the biggest game we've ever had in the modern era. I don't want to bash our old school teams because it's hard to compare errors.
Yeah.
It's like Tiger and Jack.
Tiger and Jack. Yeah,
But
I was about to say that.
it's just, this is it.
Yep.
The Alabama games with Freeze were big. They were early in the year. We didn't do anything with them. This is it.
This is it.
We're sitting here with Eli Anding, caught the winning touchdown pass the last time we beat Georgia at Georgia. Now this year we got him. The Juju's a symbol.
And then he comes on.
Yes.
You know, Juju is a symbol.
It's a symbol, man.
I'm going to be going. And
when did we ever win the game last week in years past? Never. Look at all these wins.
And I never had a doubt.
I know.
When I told you, I said, we're going to win this game. Mm-hmm. And in the past, I was like, oh,
did you hear Kiffin's press conference? Dart Ollie was worried about scoring too fast.
Too fast.
Came off the field, was like, we scored too fast.
Like
it was no doubt.
They're going to make,
so that's the team that we have.
Yep.
That game teetered. It's over. They come back. We're dead in the water. And our quarterback's over there saying, we don't need to score too fast.
Yeah. Yep.
With 3 minutes to go. How much time was left? 3 minutes? I mean, this team's got it, man.
This team's got it.
Did you see Trey Harris this past week?
Gosh.
I mean, you don't think he's going to be playing on Sunday?
Shout out Trey Harris. He
gave
us a follow. He gave us a follow.
Trey, come on board, baby. We watching you.
We watching you. If you ever want to come
Throw
on, come on.
Throw it to him.
Why not? Hey, if I'm a quarterback, I'm not rolling back. I'm looking for him.
I mean, Jesus.
Just wow.
Four flags. He still called it.
Yeah.
He had 193 yards through 3 quarters. I mean, he was right there, 242 or something, Mingo's record.
Yeah.
All I kept doing was getting on my phone. I was like, this has got to be a record.
Yeah.
He's coming.
He's coming.
That was insane.
He's coming. He's so good, man.
He is.
All we're saying is I promise you we can do the same thing Georgia has done the past 3 or 4 years right now, you know. And Kiffin can do it, man. He can do it. So
yeah. It's time. I mean, Saban's got maybe a year or 2 max.
Yeah, and he hates all this new age
He's
stuff.
gone.
Yep.
He's gone. Kiffin's it.
Yep. No doubt.
You know, Kirby's made his mark, but we're coming. Yep. Who's in front of us?
We're going to get this W, man.
We're coming, man.
Unreal. Everybody that can go.
Don't need the points.
Yep. We're gonna put our little predictions out later on because we had a guest, and you know we didn't have to get into all that. But we'll put our predictions out. I've won my last 5. Mm-hmm. I switched from Oklahoma. I was all over Oklahoma, and you know I started thinking, and I was like, I mean, I don't know too much about them, and I was like, Ole Miss is better than Texas A&M.
Yeah.
Again, like give me the better team. Give me the better team. I'm not worried about the points. I can lay minus 150. That ain't nothing. Give me the better points. So I went Ole Miss money line, and boom. First time this year that the money line actually came into effect. Huge. Yeah. And so
don't take the points. You can give up minus 150
Wee-Wee's predictions in college football 10-2.
Yeah.
I mean, y'all go find somebody out there that's better than that right there.
I mean, I talked myself out of it this week. I said, why am I even messing with pros?
Yeah. Quit.
Jesus.
You can't mess with pros like Showdog said. It's too unpredictable. They're all so good. It's all so fast. It's not one-dimensional. You know, it's why?
Correct.
Just stay away from it.
Uh-huh.
Stay away from it. I mean, I'm going to go with college football. It's a little more predictable. Give me the better team. Give me the better coach.
Yeah.
You know.
I bet to make money, not for fun.
Yep.